Hi, I'm Chelsea. Welcome to the Kinsmen Park Rejuvenation Update. If you've driven along Spadina or along the 25th Street Bridge, you've noticed that there's a lot of fencing up. That's because construction is well underway for the Kinsmen Park Rejuvenation. We're starting on phase 1 of the Kinsmen Park upgrade project. Construction is a much needed upgrade for the park, and it's not the first time that the park has been upgraded. Kinsmen Park is the oldest park in Saskatoon and has undergone several transformations throughout the years. And joining me today is Jeff O'Brien, City of Saskatoon archivist, to tell us a bit about the history.
Right, well, Kinsmen Park dates back to 1903 when the then town of Saskatoon purchased the land here from the Temperance Colonization Society for $1,500. And the block of land purchased was 25th Street to Queen Street, 6th Avenue, all the way down to the river.
Okay.
And there was two reasons for this. First of all, they needed recreational space. But the other reason is behind us there, it's the ravine. The ravine is a natural drainage channel, and the town fathers were thinking, well, one of these days we're going to install sewer and water, and the ravine will make a dandy route for the sewer outfall, right? So they could run this sewer straight out to the river, which is what they eventually did when they put in the sewer and water in 1909. In the early years of the 20th century, of course, the exhibition was on this spot. And they built a racetrack, a horse racing track, big oval, right parallel 25th Street. They had a big grandstand there.
Can you tell us anything about the carousel that's located at the Kinsmen Park?
Sure. Well, in 1947, the Kinsmen Club in Saskatoon donated $50,000 to beautify the park. And that included the gate at 25th Street, but also the rides. So there was the carousel, the original carousel that was put in 51. And then the first train in 1953.
So that's the existing carousel that was on site before they took it off to get refurbished?
No, actually, the carousel that was here up till just a little while ago was a replacement. In 1972, the original carousel was determined to be unsafe, so they got rid of it and they bought another one.
Yeah.
And then they put it up here. I think it started operation in time for the 1974 season. The original train was installed in 1953, and I understand that was rented. And if you look at pictures of the original train, it's not like the train they've had that most of us will remember, the sort of a steam locomotive style train. It looked like a modern 1950s style express train, long and low and lean, right? But then I think about in 1954 they replaced that, and then we're going to get a new one, I understand.
Yeah, it's going to be really exciting. Construction of the park began on April 17th, and as you can see, the park is well underway. Joining me is Carrie Tate, Manager of Special Projects for PCL. So Carrie, tell us a little bit about what's going on today.
Right now we're getting ready for full-on construction. Now that the weather's cooperating, we're putting in access roads to permit concrete trucks and deliveries to get to site. We're laying out the train track and the location of the train station, which will be one of our first major buildings.
Can you tell us a little bit more about phase 1?
Phase 1, which is the entire project, has 5 primary components. The parking lot, which will have 53 new stalls, the train and the train station, track included, the playground area, which is the playground equipment, slides, climbing apparatus, etc. The water play area, which is some water features, playground equipment associated with that. And finally, the rides and the plaza area, which will include the Ferris wheel and the refurbished carousel.
So Carrie, tell us about what's the most exciting part of the project?
I think for myself and for most of the PCL, we all have roots in the area or from the area, so the entire project is exciting from the point that we've all got a tie to it, whether it's coming here as a kid or coming here with our families now. We're looking at a spring 2015 completion. Everything should be in place hopefully towards the end of this season, and then the final touches in the cold weather and up and running in the spring.
The train will resemble a modern freight train engine. There'll be 3 carriages built to resemble Campotex freight cars and a caboose sponsored by Canadian Pacific Railway. And of course, a project of this size requires a great deal of funding, and thanks to contributions from PotashCorp, Campotex, and CP, this park is going to be a four-season attraction for Saskatoon. And because of these contributions, the future home of the PotashCorp Playland at Kinsmen Park will include some exciting features. The train will resemble a modern freight train engine. The antique carousel will bring the park alive with brightly painted and restored handcrafted animals, a 63-foot Ferris wheel, and also the children's play area with water features, sand play, and natural climbing area. Thanks for joining us, and for more information on the future home of the PotashCorp Playland at Kinsmen Park, please go to www.saskatoon.ca/go/Kinsmen Park.